Hey everyone. So I wanted to quickly cover a story, funny thing that happened today. So I'm on my commute this morning and I'm on one of those new Nova buses. So if you aren't aware of what this is about, in Toronto we have a thing called the TTC, which is the Toronto Transit Commission, and they run the transit system here. So we got these new buses that started rolling out, and they're made by a Canadian company called Nova Bus. And there's a problem with one of the seats. Everyone who does a commute on a regular basis knows which seat you don't sit in, and it's at the back of the bus, the back row, behind the driver, second seat in. This seat has a thermal problem, and when I say a thermal problem, like it is
Nuts roasting.
yeah, for a bus that's called Nova, this is a seat that feels like it's going supernova. There's clearly a design problem because nobody ever sits in this seat for very long, and when they do, it's absolutely hilarious. So some of these people, they sit in these seats for so long, like literally their faces are going red, and you can see they're starting to move around. Of course, when they stand up, like they're literally soaked all the way down their back. Anyway, I'm on the bus, standing up, holding onto the pole, going along, and this seat is available. And of course, everybody's like, eyeing me. It's like, why don't you sit down here? I'm like, I'm not sitting there. So eventually some guy gets on and he's like, barges his way through. It's like, I go into that seat. So he sits straight down, and you could almost see immediately this look on his face of like, oh, what's going on here then? So he sits there for about 2 or 3 minutes, and I'm sort of trying to read my Twitter and my emails and everything, just sort of trying to get a head start on the day. And every now and then I'd look over and this guy is looking at me, looking at him every time I look at him, and his face is getting redder and redder. So I've got like a very sort of subdued smirk on my face because I know what's going on, and I'm pretty sure he knows that I know that he's feeling rather uncomfortable right now. So anyway, after about 5 minutes or so, I said to her, it's like, there's a reason nobody else sits there. So I've seen many people affected by it. I've only personally been affected twice because, first time, shame on you. Second time, shame on me. I totally forgot about it. The guy eventually got up and spent the rest of the commute standing next to me. And we had a good long chat. Turned out he was from Holland, and he's been in Toronto for a little while. So anyway, there's a little story like that. Different people, they get thrust together through weird circumstances. And in this case, the circumstance happened to be
Nuts roasting.
and so, I have no idea why these buses have such a problem. But anyway, that seat always is a problem. So if you're ever in Toronto and you see a brand new looking bus and you see that seat is available, there's a good reason why. And it's normally because it's baking hot there.